So, very warm welcome to our presentation. Yeah, my name is Ilona Ebbers and this is my colleague Florian Frenz, and we are from the European University of Flensburg, and we are very happy to present here today our topic, Political Entrepreneurship Education, Initial, Definitional and Methodological Approaches. Yeah, and maybe you ask yourself, yeah, what can be political entrepreneurship education? And I will tell you, we ask ourselves too, because we are trying, yeah, to develop this discipline more or less in the last few months and years, yeah, as that's true. And actually, we like to present today how we develop that, yeah, topic and where is our status at this moment. So at first, we will start with an introduction and tell you more about the context, and afterwards we will talk about the conceptual development, and actually, especially Flo will talk about that, and also after that I will follow with the target groups and methodological approaches. You should know everything started with a phone call, and the phone call comes from the Hermann Ebbers Academy, and they have their residence in Kiel, Schleswig-Holstein, and next to Flensburg, you can say, yeah.
Yeah, it's like an hour car drive, but
yeah, an hour
next
car
to.
Yes, in Schleswig-Holstein it is next to, you know. And yeah, that is a very politically connected academy. They are connected to the party CDU in Germany, yeah. And they say, okay, we have a problem and we are sure you can solve the problem. And we said, okay, we will have a look on that, because yeah, they mentioned, they realized that young people has not the empowerment or the power to be part of political decisions, or they think they are not part of them, and they feel very powerless, and they think, oh, every decision in the politics here happened and we are not anyway a participant or whatever. And they say they need more power, they should be empowered for that, and maybe they can do that with more entrepreneurial spirit and competencies. And they know we deal with the topic entrepreneurship education, and they said maybe we combine both topics and we can work together on materials for young people in school, and maybe the pupils, yeah, can get all these competencies for, yeah, getting better, to be more empowered, yeah. And so, yeah, we said, okay, we will do that, and for that, maybe a political entrepreneurship education can be good, and the way to that you will talk about, and then, yeah, the stage is yours.
Thank you. All right, yeah, so when we first started off thinking about how to develop a political, more participatory mindset among students in northern Germany, we were like, okay, let's take social entrepreneurship education. Social entrepreneurship education can be political. When you say political, yeah, the politics is always social stuff is always politics. You can say social entrepreneurship education might actually fit the bill. But we were like, okay, no, there's something missing. There's something missing, like there's focus missing. There's focus missing on a political context, on political sensitivity among students. Students seeing themselves as part of the political system. And so we came up with a definition for political entrepreneurship education. And like Ilona said, we are not really sure how big the intersection is between social and political entrepreneurship education. It really depends on how you define social entrepreneurship education and how you define political entrepreneurship education. But we came up with a definition for political entrepreneurship education, and yeah, we would like to give you some insights on how that got to be. There it is.
Yes.
I'm just going to read it for you, because I was sitting in the last row right there where Steffen is right now. And I was like, okay, I'm not really sure if I can read that. Political entrepreneurship education aims to promote a politically...
Easily, slow down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, yeah.
Yeah.
Political entrepreneurship education aims to promote a politically oriented entrepreneurial competence that empowers learners to consciously recognize and analyze socio-political challenges in their environment. It enables them to address these challenges with entrepreneurial thinking and action within their means. The outcome is the attainment of a politically entrepreneurial self-awareness. Now that's a mouthful for a definition, I think.
Yeah. Yes, I like it.
Thank you. And now I would like to present some insights in how that definition got to be. And we start with political education, politische Bildung in German, political education. And Ilona already stated we have a problem in Germany. We call that problem, it's a nice German word for all the non-German speakers in the room. If you want to play a game of long German words with your friends, it's called Politikverdrossenheit. It's when young people in Germany don't feel powerful, don't feel empowered to take part in politics, to participate, and are like, even though we participate, nothing changes. And a good political education is a democracy strengthening and tries to get students involved in politics and not only teach them about institutions and teach them about when was the European Union formed and what is a parliament and who is the Chancellor of Germany right now, but to get behind all those processes. And that's pretty much the part of political education we took out of that to implement into our definition of political entrepreneurship education. For the second part, I don't think I have to talk too much about entrepreneurship education. Most of you will be quite familiar with the term. We took a broad approach to entrepreneurship education. It's about developing entrepreneurial thinking and action within learners and getting them to build up entrepreneurial skills. For the third part, we were like, okay, we can develop something new, something besides social entrepreneurship education, but we would like to take something from social entrepreneurship education as well, as in it is not, the political entrepreneurship education is just as social entrepreneurship education is not focused on the profit maximization through the exploitation of entrepreneurial opportunities, but is focused on creating societal or, in our case, even more focused political values. Yeah, this definition you already saw, and now you might get an idea about how that got to be, and to give you some more hints about which part of political education, entrepreneurship education, and you have a question right now?
Yeah, it's the expression or definition, politically oriented entrepreneurial competence. Could you add some words to that so we can try to get a better understanding of what you mean?
Second line. The second line, yeah, of course.
Yeah, so it aims to promote a politically oriented entrepreneurial competence. What is that exactly?
Yeah, so
you may ask.
Yeah, of course, thank you. You're probably already familiar with entrepreneurial competences and what entrepreneurial competences are. So if we take those and set them into a political context, like we get students to be involved in politics and not only see political problems as, oh, there's a problem, somebody else got to figure out how to solve it, but they are actually empowered to say, okay, this is a political problem and I don't need to be in the parliament. I don't need to be chancellor. I don't need to have somebody elect me into office to actually take part in politics and actually take part in democracy. And that is the politically oriented part about that. So it's actually getting them or equipping them with entrepreneurial competence and at the same time empowering them to use these entrepreneurial competencies for political action.
Yeah, because you like that it enables them to. It's about and actions too. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's not only about thinking, but also
no.
Action.
Yeah.
It's within the group or within the organizational setting.
It can be within an organizational setting, but it's always within a democratic setting.
More political self-efficacy. Yeah,
So-
we try to get them or to teach them more political self-efficacy. Yeah, you know.
Is it
Yes,
like
they do.
encouraging activism, yeah, for people to take action and participate actively in trying to solve some kind of
Actively
political,
participate
social
and-
problems?
If it is necessary activism, yeah, but always in a legal matter. We had this today already when Sven Ripsas told us about, or had his presentation, he was like, okay, they want to learn how to make money, but we want to teach them the legal way. They want to participate, they want to shape the future, but we're going to teach them how to do it in a legal way. So activism, but it's not like, we don't teach them to riot.
No.
But activism is totally, yeah, can be an outcome of political entrepreneurship education. Okay, we move on. Those are the main parts. Aims to promote a politically oriented entrepreneurial competence. We already had a question about that, and I'm not going to elaborate any further. I hope it's clear now. It empowers learners to consciously recognize and analyze social political challenges in their environment. It's like from their environment, like I go to school and I see there's a political problem within my school. We print way too many worksheets. Can we just digitalize them and work with tablets, for example? And how do I go into action about that? Being a student, not being a politician.
Sorry to be so annoying, but can you give an example or two about what is a social political challenge?
A social political challenge is a challenge that is social political.
Give a brief example.
Do you have an example?
You have students and they develop a project for their direct society in a park, yeah, next to their school, and they want to create more or build more seats for all people there. So they have to get all the resources for that, yeah, the wood and all other equipment, yeah, to build these seats, yeah. And they have to talk with the citizens and also with the government, yeah, and can we do that? And then, yeah, if everybody says yes, they do that and they do something very in a political way, yeah. It's, public, yeah, to get seats or build seats in the park, yeah, something like that. Is it a good example for you? Maybe. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Thank you.
I try.
Good question.
Okay.
The third main part is it enables them to address these challenges with entrepreneurial thinking and action, not only thinking about them in an entrepreneurial way, but also taking action within their means. So they're not like, okay, to solve this problem, we need to develop an app. Oh, we can't code, so we can't do it. And then all the empowerment we did is for nothing. So we try to get them 5 minutes. See, we have 5 minutes left.
Okay.
So they actually do something within their reach. And the outcome is the attainment of a politically entrepreneurial self-awareness. So they're self-aware about their own capabilities of getting into politics, of participating without being elected and changing things in an entrepreneurial way. And now I hand over again.
Yes, thank you so much. It is not enough to teach only the students, yeah. We think we need to teach the teachers also, yeah. So we created different materials to different workshops for these 4 groups, yeah. Students, teachers, school administration, often a group, yeah, of different people in the school administration, and the businesses, because we think the knowledge of businesses, yeah, in the environment of the school can be interesting for the projects, yeah, and for the students, and maybe we can involve them, yeah, in these projects. So, as I said, we created different materials for all these workshops, and they are also different how long they take. Sometimes teachers need only 2 hours when they not know much about all this topic. If they are not very experienced, yeah, maybe they need 4-hour workshops. So we created different materials for these workshops. And also here you can see, and that is very important, yeah, we did it in the way of design thinking, yeah, and we thought that can be a good way as a methodological framework, yeah, for all these 4 sets. Yeah, at the end, yeah, we hope that there will be a resolution of political feelings for power, less in a good way, that we empowerment them and that they will, yeah, get a political entrepreneurial self-awareness. Yeah, we don't know if that will work. We just started, yeah, to implement this materials in different schools, and yeah, we will have a look how it will work. And thank you for your audience.
So, further questions?
No,
I actually have a question about how you plan to measure the, because this is my only idea in social areas. It's sometimes hard to measure the effects, how it's the outcome, if it's positive influence, it's been positively influenced by your program.
It's super hard to measure the outcome of educational interventions. There's not really a lot of testing tools for entrepreneurial thinking and action. Actually, Stefan is right here. He developed one in his dissertation. So you can talk to him about that. It's pretty hard, and maybe there will be another third-party funded, as a WASP, another third-party funded project for that, so we can actually take time and develop something to test the effectiveness of this educational intervention. That would be really nice, but it's super tough. You're right.
There was another question, Sylvester.
Thanks for a very interesting presentation and the concept. I have a lot of questions, but I don't want to get into discussion. One conceptual question. Does your concept or your thinking here include an assumption that entrepreneurial projects solve social problems? That if we, yes.
Yes. Yeah, it's
okay.
included. Yeah.
So if everything would be entrepreneurial, we have no social problems.
Then I misunderstood you, maybe.
I think that's going too far. I think we have to assume that entrepreneurial action can solve social problems, but I think it would be going too far to say if everyone would be entrepreneurial, there wouldn't be any problems.
That's what I mean, because I read your definition as if you said the entrepreneurial approach creates a solution, and it makes a method. As I perceive it, a method is being made or given normative power.
Okay.
So I would agree with you maybe in parts after thinking of this, that if we had an entrepreneurial methodology, we could solve problems quicker and so on, and more efficient and all. But my question is, where does the moral come from? So who says and what does? How do we know? Sorry, it's late. How do we know in which direction we should trigger our entrepreneurial powers, and for what we should use them? So. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I understood your question. I think being entrepreneurial and having an entrepreneurial mindset and being capable of taking entrepreneurial action actually broadens the view I have on the world and the way I perceive problems. I don't perceive problems as, oh my God, I have to find somebody who's going to figure out how to solve it, but I'm already thinking like, okay, there's a problem, I have to find out why the problem is here, and now I'm trying to find people who take action together with me. Like, it's a change in mindset.
But actually, we don't really know.
No, we don't really know.
That's the right concept, yeah.
That's the assumption.
We are not really knowing that, but we believe that the design thinking process can help, to have a concept to get quicker solutions.
Yeah.
But really, we don't know.
Yeah.
if this is the right.
No,
yeah,
no.
I think I had an answer to the question, but I'll tell you later. There was one more question.
Probably not me, but is it only for children or young students, or also for adults, this material that you are going to try out?
We say in Germany Sekundarstufe 2, yeah, and that our pupils, they are 19, yeah, so, but not older, not
So
much
it's
older.
ISC D3, like that
Yeah.
stage of school. We haven't tried it out with adults. It might work, it might not, we don't know. We tried it with students and developed it using it on students, and it's there now. If you're German speaking, you can look it up under the page of the Hermann Ehlers Academy. If you're not German speaking, maybe you can translate it with artificial intelligence.
So, yes. No, you keep your question for dinner or for the. So,
If you are there, we can talk. We will be there.
so thank you again.
Yeah, thank you.